Family, how are you doing today? Happy Sunday. I hope you had a really defining time in church and in the presence of God today. My name is Comfort Michael-Sule. I want to bring you the Unstoppable Voices podcast today, another episode. Today I want to talk about something really personal that we all face in life, finding pain, purpose in pain. You see, pain is universal, whether the pain of losing a loved one, the pain of rejection, the pain of failure, or the pain that occurs as a result of the trauma that we go through. Everyone goes through one or more types of pain in life. But the thing is, if you channel this pain rightly, if you're able to let God walk you through and process this pain, it's going to really birth something really beautiful. And so pain can be a womb, one of the wombs that births God's purpose for your life. And so it's very important that we walk past bitterness, walk past the pain and the grief that we go through, and let God help us process this pain and use it for His glory. And so Romans 8 verse 28 says, all things work together for good to those who love the Lord and according to His promise. And so I'm going to share a few stories of pain with you. Some I've had to experience, and some stories of other people. I read about the story of a woman, a young lady who, because her mother died during childbirth from the neglect of doctors, and also because there were no good medical health facilities around, she made up her mind that she was going to go to study medicine and to become a doctor, and then set up a good facility in a remote area in the village, so that young people could people who got married, pregnant women, would get free antenatal attention. And so she set up that, and from her pain she was able to birth the purpose of God, and she has now become a survivor guide and a deliverer to so many other people. Think about the story of a man who loses his job, or who was pushed out of a company that he built together. He goes home and begins to reflect, and in the midst of the pain, he finds out that, look, I created this before. In this organization, I can create something beautiful. And so this pain made him to become a founder. Think about, a footballer who went through so much physical injury in his body, and he couldn't continue to play football again, got a lot of surgeries and a lot of treatments, but the leg wasn't getting any better. And what happened? He said to himself, look, I can't continue to go through this pain, because doctors are even saying to me, I can't even play, I won't be able to play again. And so he made up his mind he was going to gather young boys every morning, 7 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. He was going to gather them and train them. He was going to be their coach. And it's been so many years of this journey, and he has grown. He has a team now, where they go to local governments and states to compete, and this person is now sitting on boards, so many boards, being called to committees, because he has grown. He pursued this vision out of pain. He wasn't going to give up. He had given up playing, but he wasn't going to give up on his vision to really make it in the football industry. And so he's transforming the lives of so many people now through his pain. And now think about me growing up as a young person who saw a lot of immorality around me, very close home, a lot of young people going through, living their life in so much immorality. And, I just had this passion. I wasn't born again then, but I had this passion in my heart, as I got born again to say, look, this is what I want to deal with. I hated sin so much when I gave my life to Christ. I hated immorality so much, and I said to myself, I was going to write books and speak to young people also about how they can live a life of sexual purity, and that has been my journey for so many years. And now, look at me, a parent. I grew up not with great parents, but not with fantastic parenting. And I said to myself, I'm going to do 10 times better than my parents ever were. Yes, they did their best with the knowledge they had, but I have now decided that, look, I'm going to get all the knowledge and the skill required to be a better parent according to God's original plan. I'm not saying I'm perfect now, but I've come a long way. And because of that passion, that burden I carried in my heart, that pain I carried in my heart as a young person, not having that closeness, parental closeness, I made up my mind I was going to be really, really close with my children, and I was going to be their mentor. I was going to be their guide, but I was going to be their friend, and they were going to be my friend. And I'm really glad that we have come very far with this journey, where they can speak to me about anything, anytime. And it's so from that pain that came out, and so from that trauma that came out. And so these are some of the things. I grew up in a lot of poverty also, not so much, but didn't have everything I wanted to. I needed, not wanted, needed. And seeing people, especially young children, go through poverty and lack, it's really painful. And so few weeks ago, I made up my mind. I spotted a particular child, and I said, look, I might not be able to help a city or feed a country, but I can continue to give this child breakfast every day because he does not go to school with breakfast. And so without pain, we can make a change, one person at a time. Think about a young lady also who has gone through abuse, maybe from her uncle, from her neighbor, from the class teacher. Someone has abused her sexually, emotionally, verbally, and otherwise, and she has now channeled that pain to helping people, advocating for children and helping them to not be abused, or bringing those who abuse other people to justice also. I grew up not having hearing a lot of positive words, and today, no matter how bad and terrible people are, I tend to tell them that, look, you can do this, and so one of my consistent message over the years has been for saying to people, every time I meet somebody who is doubting themselves or who seems like they are losing out of life, I say to them, God has a plan for your life, irrespective of your failures, your pain, your shame, your background, your qualifications, the color of your skin, God has a plan for your life. And I begin to motivate them and inspire them to say, look, you can fulfill God's assignment for your life. And so don't waste your pain. That's what I'm going to say to you today. Don't waste your pain. Let your pain be that survivor guide for somebody else. Let your pain be make a difference in somebody's life. Don't allow the scars that you've gone through waste away. Because God is with you, He's for you, and everything that the enemy meant for evil, He's going to turn it around. So continue to trust Him and say to yourself, there are 3 things I'm going to tell you this afternoon. Say to yourself, number 1, what can I learn from my pain? The pain I've been through. What is the lesson I've learned from this pain? Did I contribute to this pain? Did someone cause this pain? What have I learned from this pain? The second thing I would like to say to you is, you're going to ask yourself, how can I channel this pain to help other people, to see that what I went through, other people do not go through? That's the second thing you have to ask yourself. Number 3, you have to say to yourself, what are the trainings and the qualifications and the skills, and what do I need? How do I position myself to be able to help other people? This is very, very key. And you do these 3 things, and I know that the world is going to hear you. Everything I'm saying today, the person that I am today, I've been able to express, take my pain and begin to mold other people's life and say, look, I've been through this thing. You don't have to go through this thing. So I want to encourage you today to stay positive. I want to encourage you today to move past your pain. I want to encourage you today to trust the Lord to help you process this pain. And I know that God has started a good work in you. He's going to complete it. He's going to finish it. Share with me in the comment how you have channeled your pain to help other people, and or how you intend to channel your pain to help other people. God bless you, and I pray His healing over your heart right now. Please like this video, share it to so many people. People need these words. People need to be transformed. People need to move past their pain. Share this video, like it, comment. Until I come your way again, I want you to keep your voices strong and your spirit unstoppable. God bless you.